Hey guys, what is up? This is JBirdBlue117, and did you see that? I just waved at you. But okay, welcome back to another Driver 3 Out of the Blue discovery, and today's discovery is on the last mission in Nice, which is haunted, and yeah. So first thing you need to do is get through this first bit, and that was just a horrible fail that I just did. I backed up so fast that it dropped, and that was just a fail. And spoiler alert, I actually did it on my second attempt. So yes, you have to get through this first bit first. So yeah. So yeah, I think this is the first ever discovery that I did with voiceover. Yeah. Alright. Oh, they're shooting at me. And ready? Hook. And hook. There you go. So yeah, I did it on my second attempt. So yeah. And these guys shooting at you, you can kill them because they're annoying, especially the guy on the boat. But look how many shots it takes to this guy to die. Like, I'm shooting him in the head, and it takes that many shots to kill him. Do these guys have bulletproof vests or something? But those guys you don't have to worry, because they can't kill you, but you can, so it's weird. But these guys you have to kill, because one of them has a shotgun. So yeah, you have to kill them. Kill them all! Oh yeah? Stop you. I'm gonna stop you, not stop him. Get out of here, boy. Alright. So, here's more guys coming in. They're like, hello! We wanna join the party! And I'm like, okay. Can I bring to my party a newbie? So, yeah. So, I nodded my head because I thought that the bug was working, but sadly it didn't. But look at this. I'm driving with a dead guy in the passenger seat. That is funny. Alright, so yeah, I totally forgot to get this health pack over here, so, and I got confused on what gun I picked up. I'm like, how did I pick up a gun? What was on the ground? That was weird. Yeah, I got confused. But yeah, so let's just get away from the boathouse because that's continuing the mission. And there's a roadblock right here. So once you see that roadblock, you have to kill the guys from the left to the right. And once you get to the ones on the right, you have to get closer to them. So yeah. I don't know what that was all about. I got confused at that. Okay, so now you have to get closer to those guys right here because you have to pick up the M16, and I got confused of that one. But I got the M16. You need this machine gun in order to get this bug, to go well. Yeah. And like, what you need to do, you have to go to the city to get this bug to mostly work, because it won't probably work if you're over there. So we took off a jump and whee! Oh yeah. Hashtag 2 wheels is a boss. Yeah, 2 wheels is a boss. Yeah. And yeah, so let's just go in the city, pick up another jump, and this thing I'm gonna do is for Ellie Lover. Ready? Yep, it's my horn Easter egg, just for Ellie. And as you can see in the top left corner, I actually discovered this with Rabio logo, and yeah. So now we just have to find a bad guy car on the map. Shouldn't be hard, but it took him a long time to, like, it took a long time. Oh, yeah. I actually said sorry. Okay, so I saw a bad guy on the mini-map. So I was like, okay, let's go toward him. And there they are. So I'm like, okay, I spotted one. So I'm just gonna like show you guys where they are. Just trying to get my controls to show them. Yep, they're right there. So I'm like, okay, let's go to them. And I'm like, what was that loud horn? Okay, so I was gonna go toward them, but I realized that they were on the freeway. And this guy was honking at me and being annoying. So I did that. So yeah. So I'm like, okay, they were on the freeway, so I can't do that. So yeah. So now we have to find another one. And there they are. There's another one. And it looks like to me that they're exiting the freeway. So I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a perfect target then. So yeah. So make sure you guys follow up on what I'm doing, because that's the only way you can perform this bug correctly and safely, I should say. So there they are. Get a safe distance, shoot the M16 at them, and once you kill them, that's it. And I got confused. I'm like, how did the passenger guy come out of its car? They're both dead. But then I saw this guy is stationary. I'm like, okay. But then I realized that's the cue. That means the bug is working. So I gave it a thumbs up, dragged the dead guy on the ground, and then I got more guys to chase after me. Oh, great. Yeah. You do not want guys to chase after you, because you have to maintain a speed. You can't go fast, otherwise the bug won't work. And this bug is bizarre, not gonna lie. So he thinks he can shoot at me. So I'm like, nope, I'm gonna leave. But the driver is still in there, so yeah, and he crashed into me. So I'm like, really, dude? Okay, you asked for it. Let's have a gun war. And he's dead. And he had a shotgun. So yeah, and another thing is, you do not want to leave the car, because then the bug will stop working. So yeah, the bug is not working. So I was like, oh man. And that's my cue to say to you guys, 1 minute, I'll get it again. And there's another guy up there, so I'm like, oh, okay. Time to back away from them, because they're gonna come close to me. So I'm like, go, 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 go. I do not want to get chased again. But I realized they're on the freeway. So I'm like, come on. But no, they're actually exiting out of the freeway. So I'm like, oh. So, kill him. So, it only matters if you kill both of these guys without them getting out of the car. And I saw a turn signal still on. So I'm like, did the bug work? I don't know. So looks like I got in, and I don't know what the gun pull out and put back in. I don't know what that was. So I'm like, nope, this bug is not working. But this is quite a strange bug, to be honest. The turn signal is still on. So I was like, that's weird. So yeah, but the bug is not working. You need to like have it where the turn signal needs to blink. So I just gave another 1 minute cue to you guys, and there's another guy, so I'm like, okay, let's turn off in here and get prepared, because this lesson must be shared. Okay, so I had to get in a safe distance, so they're coming right behind. You can possibly see them. So I'm like, okay, let's get out and get prepared. So now let's kill them. So if you appear behind them, you need to be careful not to destroy the tail lights and all that, because that's basically how you can see if the bug is working. I got confused about that guy still alive. I'm like, how did he survive that? So now I think that the bug is working. So I'm like, okay, let's check it out. I got a guy to come out, so I don't think it will work. But it looks like to me that the bug is not working. So I'm like, oh man. Doesn't look like I did that, but yeah, it's pretty bad. So I'm like, okay, here comes another guy. So let's get prepared and kill these guys. I think it will work if I do this. Took a lot of shots to kill these guys, but with like a lot of luck, I managed to kill them. I popped the tire though, which I was like, oh man. And then I got confused. I'm like, okay, the brake lights are on and the signal light is on. So I was confused. I'm like, okay, did the bug work now? But nope. This is this is an advanced version of the turn signal bug. So I did like a sigh of, come on, and another gesture of 1 minute, and terribly sorry to crash into that guy. My damage is like very critical. Just one more hit and this car will be totaled. So now I saw another guy up ahead of me. I'm like, okay, let's try to kill these guys. And that squeak from the tires, and they're driving away. I'm like, oh man, well, let's go after them again. So I'm just pitching forward to get these guys, and once again driving away. I thought I could get them from this distance, but nope. So now, this is my third attempt to get these guys. But they're turning this way, so I'm like, oh, okay, so let's get them for a surprise then. But then they turned into the, like, main highway. I think that's a highway. I'm not positive. I don't know Nice a lot, but okay, they were right behind, so I'm like, okay. Instantly killed the driver, and then I killed the passenger, so I'm like, okay, they didn't get after me. I think the bug is gonna work. So I crossed my fingers, and then, what do you know? The bug looks like it's been working, because the brake lights are on, and my hands are off the keyboard. I'm not doing that. And then, wait for it, just maintain a good speed, do not go so fast, and hands in the air. The light turned green. I'm like, oh, come on. I was hoping, and look at that, the turn signal is turning on, so it's working. So yeah, that's how you know if the bug is working. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's a pretty bizarre bug that I wanted to discover, but I didn't know how it was done. Like, I got it out of the blue one time when I was doing Take a Ride on my PS2, but that was just a rare chance. This is on a mission, and you have to do like exactly what I am doing for this bug to work. So yeah, it's just a pretty bizarre one. See, now look at that, the turn signal is turning on. That is crazy. Like, very. So yeah, you just have to maintain a good speed and make sure you not speed up, because the bug will no longer be on, because basically you have to be one of the bad guys and they maintain a speed. So you have to be like them and not go fast. But then I realized, oh, hello guys, but turn signal is going on. So I'm like, okay. I got confused about that guy having the reverse lights on, but see that, guys? And yeah, I got like, really? Did you really have to break my tail light like that? But at least one of them is still on. But I decided, you know what? Let's have a chase. And as you can see, the bug is not working if you go high speed. So that's why you need to keep and maintain a good speed. So I think it mostly probably works for the mission Arms Deal, because there's bad guys in Aston Martin V8s, and that was a crash. And then what? Oh, stop him? Okay, stop you. Just one shot, dead. So now I'm like, okay, these taillights are still on. So, but yeah, these aren't actually taillights, they're actually brake lights. So yeah, I should rephrase it and say it's brake lights instead of taillights. But as you can see, guys, it's bizarre. So yes, you can clearly see it works for Haunted, but I'm pretty sure it works for Steel as well. So yeah, you can get the bug to work in this area, but it's very difficult since there's limited space where you can hide and all that. Because I was trying to get these guys that are over there. I instantly killed a pedestrian in a car, so I was like, okay, that wasn't them. And then they got after me. I'm like, oh great. So, time to kill him. Dead. And now a civilian is shooting at me. I'm like, why are you shooting at me, dude? And then, yeah, the brake lights were still on, so I was like confused about that, but I didn't want the car. But now here comes another guy going this way, so I'm like, okay, gotta be prepared for this. But in the end, I'm like, no, I can't get them because they're above me, so I can't get them. And this gesture right here is gonna go fast forward. So yeah, fast forward it. So yeah, that was a fail. But you want to see a fail? I thought that I could swim to that like ledge over there so I can go back up, but I died. I'm like, that was horrible. So I'm like, okay, let's restart. Back at this place again. So time to get more attempts. So yeah. I think I mentioned that I discovered this with Revio logo, and I got confused on how I heard gunshots when they're like they didn't even break through. So I was like, got confused how they shot, and I thought I could do it on the first try, but I failed. So gonna try again, and this gesture. It's gonna shift forward. So yeah, I just skipped it. So now we're at the place where I got the M16. Get in the car. So yeah, did a little wheelie, and I got confused about the damage because there's 2 windows and the windshield broken, and there is no damage. So I got fairly confused about that. But now I was thinking, you know what, let's try to get the bizarre bug to work in this area. So I decided to kill these guys, but one of them turned into pursuit of me. So I was like, oh no, here they come. And then what? I was like, bye bye. Yeah, like that was just weird. Yeah, but this guy, he was stationary. I had 1 bullet left, so yeah. And I don't know what that was, like it showed like a fraction of a second of a bad guy marker on a mini map and then disappeared. That was weird. But I was thinking, did the bug work? And I suspected no, it did not work because the guys were in pursuit of me. So I'm like, come on, man. And ready for this, guys? Ready for a barrel roll overload? Ready? 3, 2, 1. And you're probably saying I didn't land it. Well, guess what? I did. It's good! So yeah, that was crazy. Alright, so now let's try again to get this bizarre bug to work. But before I do, I'm just gonna go in the airport to get health because you need health when you're doing this. So get some health packs, get back in the car, pull out of here, and let's go. So I saw a bad guy marker over there, so I'm like, I wonder if I can get him to get the bizarre bug to work. So I'm gonna try that. Over here, just put my car in a place where I can't get spotted in the car, mainly down here. And then there they are. They got in pursuit of me. I'm like, oh great. So I'm like, okay, well, did the bug work? But as suspected, I was like saying to myself, no, it's not working, because you have to kill both guys before they get in pursuit of you. That's the only way that the bug will work. So I was like, oh man. Well, there's another guy up there. Let's get him. So, turn this way, and here comes another guy. So I'm like, which guy should I go for? As I crash into that guy without warning. But then I decided to go for this guy over here. or maybe this guy over here. So I'm like, yeah, he's closer. I don't know what that guy was doing. He just put his car there. And then I'm like, wait, he's on the next road next to me. I crouched and got ready, but I realized he's not on that road. He's on the road next to me. Well, not next to me, I mean like the road next over. So I got like super confused about that. I'm like, oh man. But now I got prepared to kill them. So I got careful and make sure that I didn't hit the taillights. I think I got it as I nodded my head. So I'm like, oh, it looks like it's working. So I pulled the dead driver out of here, double crossies, and what do you know? It works again. So I got super lucky once again. So yeah, it's working again. Yep, I pointed down saying that the brake lights are on and it's working. So yeah. It's pretty bizarre. These guys are honking at some weird thing. I don't know why. So, yep, it's working. There's the turn signal. So I got my head nodding because it's working. So yeah, pretty awesome, I have to say. Pretty awesome and pretty bizarre. So yeah. So one thing to keep in mind, make sure you maintain a good speed. Don't go so fast. Another thing, make sure you maintain a good distance away from the bad guys to kill them. And number 3, make sure you do it with the M16 machine gun. Because if you use other guns, then it's gonna not possibly work. Because the M16 is a long-ranged weapon. So yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna just follow the bus because that's how the car wants me to do it. So yeah, make sure you follow the actions on the car as well. Like if it has the turn signal, make sure you follow that because it's pretty cool how it knows that it's like, is it you that's driving? So yeah, my hands are off, the brake lights are on, so I'm like, wow, bizarre. So the light is green. I thought that the tail lights were gonna go off, but no. You had to drive for the traffic light to, like, not the traffic light, the brake lights to turn off. And I'm like, oh come on, red light again. So I'm like, you know what, I don't care. I don't care, there's no cops on this mission, so it's okay. So I'm like, okay, another turn signal, following up what my car is doing. And I went through that red light, I'm like, oops. I don't care. I don't care with my car. So yeah, so this is quite a bizarre bug that I found. And hello buddy, and ready, cue the music in 3, 2, 1. The chase is on. Oh yeah. So you guys gotta let me know if it works for Preform deal as well, because I'm pretty sure it does. So yeah. So what do you guys think of this bizarre, out of the blue bug I discovered on DRIV3? Because I knew that there was this bug, but I didn't know how it was done. So I'm like, okay. But yeah. And thank you for the flip out, dude. Hit up that screen. That was funny. This guy is shooting me with a shotgun. So I'm like, nope. Eat gun instead, not shotgun. And this is a strange bug. Basically, the passenger guy is still alive, and you can drive with the car, but it's just a pretty strange one. Because I found that with cops, because if the cop is still on the passenger side, then yeah, you kill the driver, and if the passenger cop is still alive on the passenger side, then you can get in the car, but you can't drive with them. And dead. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this bizarre bug on DRIV3, and I'll see you guys later. So see you later.